Our first guest tonight is an Emmy-nominated actress, musician, and comedian you know from films such as Ocean's 8, Crazy Rich Asians, and The Farewell. Her new movie, Quiz Lady, is streaming now on Hulu. Let's take a look.
And your time starts now. What is the square root of 196?
14.
Ron.
14.
Correct. How many hearts does an octopus have?
3.
Ron.
3.
Correct.
What?
What spice is derived from Crocus sativus?
Saffron.
I feel like an answer hog, but saffron.
Correct.
Carbon dioxide.
Very good.
Wellington, New Zealand.
Correct.
Saturn. Our American cousin. The equal sign.
Harry Potter.
The Hobbit.
Correct.
Miss you.
Ron.
Please welcome back to the show, Aquafina, everybody! Welcome back!
Hey, great to be back.
It's great to have you. I really appreciate anytime someone flies in from London and still makes time for a show. You did that this morning.
I did.
How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel refreshed, I guess.
How was the flight?
The flight was good. I slept a little bit.
Okay.
I had been coming back from a kind of a weird London moment, though, so I just...
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy to be home.
Happy to be home.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Weird London moment. That's very
Yeah.
cryptic.
Yeah, I had a chocolate moment.
What was a chocolate moment?
I guess what people ask me, right? In
Yeah.
London. So I was at this lovely hotel that I stay at when I go there. Love them. And I guess I woke up one night completely ravenous. And you know, like in London, they love leaving little chocolates. They like little chocolates.
Like
everywhere.
a nice hotel is like, we're gonna leave some chocolate.
Totally. And I would just, I guess I just housed all these chocolates in the middle of the night.
Like in a fugue state. You
It
have
was
no
it
memory
was
of it.
in the dark, I think.
yeah.
It was I was not cognizant of what was going on. When I woke up, there was chocolate all over the bed.
Yeah.
Not only on the walls,
Yeah.
on the door handles, in the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
So I felt horrified because it's also, you know, like I didn't want them to, you know, they know.
Sure.
And so I cleaned up what I could, and I took the wrappers out, and then I put them by each of the chocolate stains. And
Yeah. So that nobody had to wonder. Right?
You know what that is. It's chocolate.
So housekeeping could be like, it's bad, but it could be worse.
I think it's chocolate. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Yes. So.
Of course, the best would be if it if it was not chocolate, but then you just still left the chocolate wrappers. Like that might be my move in the future.
I don't know if that would be like the best.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what
I think it's the best.
Yes,
Let's agree to disagree.
We'll agree to disagree on that one. Yeah.
This is a wonderful movie with you and Sandra Oh. You play sisters. It's very sweet. It's very funny. You play the more rigid of two sisters who is sort of obsessed, as we maybe could guess from that clip, with game shows. Were you someone as a kid who watched a lot of game shows?
Yeah, I definitely did. There is something very comforting about their kind of regularity every day it happens, you know, at a certain time. I really liked like other ones, like, you know, Fear Factor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a game show, but
There's an element of game to it. It's weird watching that, or my parents who still watch Jeopardy every night. Like, there is something to watching a game that is about trivia and knowledge.
Yes.
I remember when we were a kid how often we'd watch, I don't know, maybe it's before your time, there's a game called Press Your Luck, which is just the dumbest game. Like, you don't get better. The only thing people do is randomly, like, press a button, and it just stops somewhere, and then you're like, well, you pressed it, and that's your luck.
Yeah.
And I just, like, every day I would watch it, and I feel like I could be just such a better person now.
Yeah, did you? Was there, like, an algorithm to it? Like
No, and I think it was, like, before computers.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think you pressed it, and, like, a guy behind the screen would just be like, I don't know, put the light on for this one.
Right,
I was pretty shady what was going on.
that does sound shady.
You got to work with an incredible cast. We saw a Sandra clip. We saw Jason Schwartzman. We saw Will Ferrell in the clip. Holland Taylor. Was this a fun movie to make?
It was such a fun movie to make. It was definitely like a collaborative effort. When all those actors kind of signed on, I couldn't believe that. Like, they were kind of like the dream, like, people that we wanted for those roles, and we didn't know that they would be down, and then they were. And obviously, Will Ferrell is like incredible as a game show host.
It is really fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, not only on Celebrity Jeopardy, but I bet he played it like 7 other game show hosts. in his time at SNL, so it was very fun to see again.
Yeah, very, very.
You also had a co-star, which was a pug.
Yes.
There was a pug in the movie.
There was.
And there's your pug co-star.
Yes.
What's the pug actor's name?
Oh my God. Oh no.
I have it. If you don't remember, this is so embarrassing because they are here. They wanted to say hello.
No.
they're not here.
No, they not. I wouldn't remember their names. I wouldn't remember.
I mean, that, look, I'm not going to pull some Ellen move where the, oh my God, do you know what?
Are they gonna?
Do you know what Aquafina just did? You just waved at Wally.
That's Wally.
Can we please stop doing this?
I'm sorry. I love Wally. It's so
Well,
good
this,
to
you
see
know Wally from SNL.
Yes.
You want me
Wally.
to come up? Should I come up? No.
Why not?
I'll allow you to walk through once, pumping your fist like you're really famous. Go ahead.
Yeah!
Wally's the dude, man. Not
Oh my
only does
God.
he
You know what's
share-
happening right now? This dog's like, oh, she remembers Wally's name. Oh, Wally. I did multiple scenes with her, but Wally
I was her
holds your cue
co-star.
cards once on SNL, and now she's like, Linguini.
Linguini was his name in the movie. Yes.
Oh, in the movie, so I don't even know the name of the dog. Well, you know what? Let's come up with a name for him. What do you think?
He has a real name. I feel like it was like Caleb.
I'll go with Caleb.
Yeah.
Was it, how many, it's because sometimes in movies they have to like rotate in the pugs. Was it more than
They
one?
do.
Okay.
There was more than one. There
Okay,
was,
gotcha.
Well, I mean, I think it was a good job for this specific pug. He was a bit older.
Yeah, and
He had
because, you know, I think as an actor, obviously you knew it wasn't gonna be long term, and so you didn't want to get too close to them by like learning their name.
No.
I don't care that you don't know these dogs' names. By the way, neither do these dogs.
It's like I forget his middle name. That's true.
Yeah.
No, he was a pleasure to work with. He did have a stunt double.
Okay.
That was female and like a lot significantly younger and.
That is it might be worse than the pay gap is that the male pug gets to like be the actor. And then when there's a stunt, they're like, get the young woman pug for the dangerous stuff.
It actually, she wasn't even doing stunts for him. She would just, you know, she would relieve him when he needed a break.
All right, well, that's very sweet.
It was nice, yeah.
I also want to ask the last time you were here, and it has been 5 years, so thank you for being back. It's so lovely to see you.
Thanks for having me.
We talked about how your grandmother, her review of Crazy Rich Asians was she did not like your wig.
And I was like, any other thoughts, Grandma?
So my question is, has she seen this one?
I feel like someone had put it on for her, and she like in totally normal fashion just like kind of paid attention and then like left and then I don't understand it. But then is also glued to her iPad like 24 hours a day, like watching TVs and movies, you know. So it's just like when it comes to my movies, I don't know if she's like I don't get it, I don't like it, you know.
Gotcha.
But I think that
Does she feel like there's like if she described your work, does she feel like it lacks? Does she feel like it's not different enough from like film to film? Like, what do you think her criticism is?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's just being like an Asian grandma a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like they're never really gonna tell you like when you kill it.
Yeah.
You know?
Are they just afraid that like if they praise you, they'll disappear?
I think
Yeah.
something in the realm of
Something
that.
like
yeah,
that.
definitely.
Well, I have no problem here praising you. It's so lovely to have you back. It's just such a joy to see you. Thank you so much. That's Aquafina, everyone. Quiz Ladies is streaming now on Hulu, and that's Wally with the cue card. We'll be right back with Michaela Diamond.